I'm Chantes.
And I'm Jamaica.
And we're the ladies of Off the Chain Mondays. Valentine's edition.
What the?
If Hattie don't stop smacking in my ear.
She gave me this chicken.
I shouldn't have.
So we doing another mukbang, you know.
By the way, listen up. While we got your attention. If you are a small business, like you own a restaurant or a catering business, and you want some free promo for your food in your business,
Hit us up.
hit us up. All our social medias are posted, so hit us up, inbox us, whatever you want to do. Let us know. We'll get you some free promo. Wow, basically.
Cake, food,
Yeah,
whatever.
We like cake.
Yeah, we like cake,
Brownies.
right?
But even if you got some edibles for me to try, I'll do that too.
Nah, I'm not trying that on the show.
Also, woo.
I'm not trying it. No. Not on camera. I might be knocked out in the chair like this.
I can. But yeah, another mukbang. We got some food here, and then we have some fun topics for you. So the topics for today are men becoming more feminine and women more masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers sexualizing their sons.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day, worst or best dates.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna close it out with Chantes Sex tips. You know, VDAY's coming up on Thursday. She gonna give y'all some,
Some little
pointers.
pointers for y'all.
And we'll
Don't
let you
forget
know.
those hashtag cinnamon shirts online. You can buy them. Links in, links.
And just make
on the
sure,
social
I'm
media.
gonna let y'all know when it gets to my segment, all the kids gotta leave the room.
Y'all should be watching the show with y'all kids anyway. But
I don't know what people let their kids watch nowadays. So I'm
But
just
we
saying.
got some nice topics for you
Okay.
guys. Happy Valentine's Day, love, all that good stuff, all the good stuff.
My Valentine's Jameer this year. Tired of these niggas.
Whoever that loved one is.
It's always been my kids.
I don't even think, you know what?
Alright, so the first topic we're gonna discuss are men becoming more feminine and women more masculine. I don't know, as I was saying, I feel like there's multiple things we can talk about when it comes to that. It was my idea to talk about this because I think that a lot of people have something to say when it comes to this. I've seen this topic discussed.
So basically,
on
men is becoming bitches. And
on multiple occasions on social media when it comes to men and women and how even men have said this. That they feel like men are becoming more feminine and women more masculine. So, like, what's going on?
So, out of the three of us, I'm probably the most likely to call a man a bitch.
yeah.
And I'm gonna give y'all a reason why I personally feel like niggas nowadays is bitches. I'm a single mom, as y'all know, 3 kids, blah blah blah. Literally, everything that I do, I have to do in the feminine and I have to do in the masculine. So being a single mom, and I'm not talking about like a single mom where it just means that you and the baby father not together and the baby father still provides some type of help. No, that's not the type of single mother I am. When I say I'm a single mother, I mean I do everything by myself. Yes, there are people who come in and out of the picture, like family members or whatever, who may lend a helping hand. But overall, I handle everything for a family of 4 by myself. With that being said, no shade to neither one of my baby daddies. But I'm the nigga in a relationship. I'm a nigga. I wear the pants. Because at the end of the day, there's certain things that I feel like a man should automatically be able to handle or be able to do.
And they not.
And they not stepping up to the plate. Like, for instance, you and your girl together for however amount of time, whatever the case may be. Y'all moving together, but you don't know how to pay bills. She the one budgeting. She the one paying everything. Not to say that your money not contributing, but you don't even know where your money is going to. Because you don't take the time to sit down and budget out your own paycheck. You don't pay bills by yourself.
Yeah.
If your girl don't say to you, or your mother don't say to you, the car note is due, are you going to remember to pay it? Or shit like, okay, I got 2 boys. I'm outside teaching them how to catch. I'm outside teaching them how to ride a bike. Like my son said it the other day. My mom taught me how to ride a bike. Sure did. Taught you how to pop a wheelie too. That's the shit that, not to be sexist in a way, but that's the shit that's what a father and a son relationship is supposed to be built on.
Yeah.
We in the front yard playing catch. I'm playing catch with these boys like I'm a whole dude. I'm out here wrestling with them. Because I do wrestle with my sons, and I don't take it easy on them either.
True.
I play games with them, like, you know, all type of video games and shit. I don't take it easy on them. I spanks ass. Okay? I spanks ass. So, with that being said, it's just like a lot of things.
You gotta do both sides to it because they don't got that.
And now when I'm dating or trying to date,
you want that man.
It feels like men are a little bit more intimidated by me because I have this attitude of, I can do it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the discussion that I've been seeing a lot lately on social media is that part.
I can do it. So
I do a lot of shit on my own.
Either you step up or you step off the way.
Oil.
Yeah, I changed my own oil, fix
up,
my tires on my
shit
car.
On my car.
Like,
all that.
I think a lot of that has to do with upbringing.
Yeah.
Are we, raising men? I think there's a double standard.
Stop babying your sons.
Yeah. You're supposed to be putting on.
I think there's I had mine on. I just took them off too because that's why she didn't have hers.
Well, I got my shit on.
But
my shit's been on all the time.
Okay,
I think there's a double standard when it comes to boys growing up and girls. I feel like mothers and fathers are more so harder on the girls because they feel like the girls can get pregnant, but they don't really give the same principles to the boy, and it's almost like boys will be boys.
And it wasn't like that before, guys.
Yes, it was always been like that.
Yeah, it's always been like that. And then when they get into relationships, they almost, they carry that same mentality. They don't grow or mature in a sense. And I think that's the topic that a lot of people have been discussing on social media when they say that. Because I feel like the topic or whatever that really got heavy and heated was, I don't know if you guys saw the video of the pastor saying how, I forget the guy's name, so don't ask me, I don't remember, but there was a pastor who kind of was like, he was like in this heated discussion on social media for a minute, it was recent, where he was saying that a woman should be, the woman should be that help and healing for a man so that he has that support or whatever. But there were like a couple women who felt like at some point though, men should not be looking for their significant other to fill the gap of certain things when it comes to healing. Like that's an individual thing for men and women. If there's something that you need to be healed from, or if there's something that that you feel like that you're lacking, it's your responsibility as an individual to get that healing so that you don't carry it into a relationship and don't put that burden on somebody else. I don't feel like a woman is supposed to make a guy whole. I feel like there should be 2 whole pieces coming together as one. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but I could see the problem with the church, being that this comes from a pastor. The problem with the church is the Bible is black and white, so there's no growth. Okay, with that being said, like the Bible says that a man is supposed to be the head and a woman should be submissive to that man. But the Bible didn't say for us to follow a jackass.
No, it also
because
to love your wife as you love the church.
Right. So the first step really is with the man. The man is supposed to be following God, and if the man is following God, then the woman won't have a problem following behind him because she knows that he's not going to lead her astray.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for me, I feel like you need one to balance out the other. Mm-hmm. When God created man, He made Adam. Then he started making all the other animals, and he made them in pairs of 2, but he made Adam by himself and came back later and said, you know what? Adam looked lonely. Let me make him somebody. And he took from his rib. So nobody's whole. So that's the kind of part that I disagree with. I don't feel like everybody
this
should be
is what
whole.
I mean by that. In my case, there are certain things that took place in my relationship because the person was not real with where they were as far as the individual. Like if you're like kind of what you said last week, if your cup is not full
You can't.
to be able
That's
to support somebody else,
That's
then
correct.
there's no way Jamaica can help pour into you because she's empty. So if you are not loving yourself, what I mean by like whole is like loving yourself, knowing what you're worth.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes,
if you
that I
love
agree
yourself,
You can't love anybody else.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
If
So
you're not
if there's an
yourself,
insecurity,
Not properly anymore.
yes.
Yeah.
If there's an insecurity with you,
Exactly.
if there's a hole within you to where you don't even see your self-worth or your own value, you're not going to be able to value that helpmate that you have in the way that you're supposed to, because you don't even value yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of men look to women or their partner to give them that, and that's not.
I
their
think it's even more
responsibility.
than that. To be honest, I feel like men looking. I'm gonna say this, and I'm talking strictly to a specific demographic here. You mothers that have sons between 1975 and the present, y'all have failed us. Y'all have failed women everywhere. Y'all raised these trash ass sons. I don't know if it's y'all who did it or if y'all was on whatever drugs or whatever the case may be, and your mother ended up raising these kids. I don't know who raising these boys, but y'all failed. Y'all failed miserably, because I've come across way too many men that cannot function on their own. Well into their 20s, well into their 30s, and still can't function on their own.
Yeah.
I will say that.
What?
That goes into our next topic. Stop treating your sons like your boyfriend. They're not your boyfriend.
That's not your man. That is your son, and your job. First of all, before you are a mother, you are a woman.
Yeah.
So with that being said, why would you raise somebody that you wouldn't be proud enough to date?
Yeah. You wouldn't even want to be with them.
You wouldn't want to be with somebody like that, but you raise this trash ass individual, and then be having the nerve to get mad with the girls when they get fed up with your son bullshit. Wait a
Nobody's
minute.
gonna deal with your son shit.
Wait. Or I've seen mothers who get upset if the woman that their son is with is actually a good supportive woman, and the son is no
The
longer
jealousy.
dependent on it's no longer dependent on them. So then they start getting jealous. Like, is there? That's the whole
That's another story.
Like, you start getting jealous like it's your man.
Yeah.
It's not your man.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
these topics is gonna run together.
They are.
They are.
And I didn't think it was at first, but it's
It
working.
is. It
It's
is
working.
going together.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, at the end of the day, like, it starts at home first.
It does.
And like I said in the last episode, it takes a village to raise these kids. So we can't expect single moms, and we know that, you know, over time the increase of single mothers, especially in the black community, has increased. It's almost like next to impossible to find somebody who grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
When you do hear it, you be like, oh damn, that's dope. I ain't heard, oh really? Oh okay. Like, me, for instance, I don't know what it's like to have my biological parents in the house together. I never experienced it. Don't know what that's like. So, with that being said, my mother did the best that she could, but she did it by herself. I'm doing the best that I can, but I'm doing it by myself. Which means that something along the way, though, is going to be missing, because it's supposed to be a 2-parent household. You need your mother as much as you need your father. You need your father as much as you need your mother. Mm-hmm. Boys need somebody to look up to and say, this is what a man is, and this is how a man is supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Little girls need a man, and they like to say, this is what I'm
supposed to be
this
treated.
is how I'm
like,
a princess, and I'm supposed to be treated like such.
Yep.
We would not have such a surplus of all these bitch-made situations if fathers stepped up to the plate. It's what they're supposed to do. That's how I feel. At the end of the day, I feel like the men are bitches nowadays because they ain't had no daddies.
Yeah.
They ain't had no real men, and they like to sit them down and say, this is what a man is supposed to do. This is what a man is supposed to be like. This is how a man is supposed to treat a woman. How we supposed to know how to have healthy relationships with each other, and we ain't never seen it or experienced it.
Exactly. And seeing it, I think, is very important. A lot
But
of
you
people
know what? I
in
do
our
see some
community-
guys that do have the father there, and they were there, but not really there in their life, because there's some guys
And
that
that's
have
what I was
2
about to-
parents,
Don't come
and
half
they
step.
be like,
And that's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. A lot of our households, especially in our community, have the saying of follow what I say and not what I do. Kids are going to see what you do.
exactly.
And that's what they follow. That's a
When
fact.
you had a jackass of a father, it's gonna be.
You know who I never,
gonna be
I'll
that
tell you who
tattoo.
I never understood. I never understood, like, oh, I ain't have no dad growing up. Then you, as an adult, turn around and have kids and then don't take care of them. Nigga, you know what that shit felt like.
Exactly.
How do you turn around and do that purposely to your offspring?
Yeah. I never understood
I never could understand. I'm like, bro, you know that pain. You know the night you sat up crying saying to yourself, well, my dad don't love me. I know I ain't the only one who had them thoughts. If you grew up without a father 9 times out of 10, at some point in your life, you sat down and said, why don't my daddy want me? You know what that feeling feels like, and you do that to your own kids.
Well, that's when selfishness comes in.
Yeah.
That's where selfishness comes in. That's where lack of responsibility, a lack of prioritizing.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think we should treat one
I
more
was-
important
I
than
was
the
having
other.
a
I think
conversation.
people should hold the their daughters accountable and show them the way, just like, and the same way they should be with the son. I feel
Exactly.
like you should do the same
I
thing
was
with
having
the
a
son.
conversation and I literally cut this guy off. Well, he wasn't like a guy I was talking to or anything. It was just a friend. So I was having this conversation with him. He was, complaining about his baby mom. He's like, my baby mom always asking me, to help her with a child, but she making good money.
well, how many got to do with?
I said, so she's making good money in your head. She making good money. Being a single mother, taking care of your child in a household by herself. Obviously she got a room for him, all of that, so that's extra to get a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment. She could have stayed in a 1-bedroom if she didn't have no child with you. But yeah, you in your head, she's making good money, so she shouldn't even be asking me for nothing extra. What if she, something happened with her good money? Oh, you need to, I can't put too much in this month. She's, paying daycare. All of that comes into expense. But yet you saying, oh yeah, she's making good money, so she shouldn't be asking me for nothing extra. So I'm like, what, how much did she ask you for? Oh, she asked me for $50 to buy him a pair of sneakers. You felt like you couldn't do that? That's your son.
It's only $50.
$50. You couldn't do that because she making good money in your head? I was like, nah, I can't even talk to you as a friend. I can't even have you in my circle.
I'm gonna be honest.
Even.
I had that same conversation with both of my children's fathers. Because I'm like, bro, you really like... Granted, I'm the one who broke up the relationship with both of them.
Yeah.
But that was for my own protection and my own health and my own sanity and my own peace of mind. It's not like I just
These
was...
guys is not stuff.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I did what I thought was best, not only for me, but for my children as well. Like I said, I'd rather no example.
Still be able to co-parent.
Yeah, no example to me is better than a bad example. Which means that if I feel like you, in some way, shape, or form, are detrimental to the stability of my children, I will cut you off. I don't give a fuck who you are. I will cut you off in a heartbeat. You could be their daddy. Take me to court if that's how you feel. And you won't. And the reason that you won't is because I had this conversation with both of them, and they both was like, but we always know at the end of the day, you make sure the kids is good.
That shouldn't be the case.
Listen, you're not supposed to slack off on taking care of your children or doing what you're supposed to do for your children because the baby mother's I'm not a slouch. So you basically telling me I'm not doing shit for my sons, or I'm not doing shit for my daughter because you ain't no bum bitch. You gonna find a way to make it work anyway. Why you gotta make me rob Peter to pay Paul? Why you gotta make me sit here and figure out, damn, how I'm gonna pay this bill, how I'm gonna do that, how I'm gonna pay for that field trip, how I'm gonna do for this. They just outgrew sneakers. Adrian came home, he had this doctor's appointment. I had to take off from work with Aaliyah for this. I had to take off from work with Aiden for that. Why do I have to be the one to sacrifice literally everything? And I'm not complaining, because at the end of the day, I chose this life. I chose this life. I do it very well. Rarely ever do anybody hear me complain about it, but what the topic at hand is men being bitches at the end of the day. I just feel like you can't slack off on your offspring just because you think your baby mama is going to be good.
And it's becoming more common than ever before.
And it starts at home, like I said.
Yeah.
I feel like the slackness.
It starts with your parents
more
first.
harder on the daughters than you are on the sons, because boys will be boys. I think that needs to be thrown out the window. I tell my nephews all the time, don't just teach your daughters that they're precious and they're valuable. Teach your sons that they are precious and valuable as well. Teach them that they should be selective about who they sleep with as well. Teach them that they should be selective about who they decide to have kids with as well. It's for both. It's not just
for
the
one.
Like, not everybody deserves to be with you. Not everybody deserves to lay with you. Not
everybody deserves to even be in your space.
Exactly. Teach that for both. If we can teach that for both, then I feel like everything else will fall into line.
And teaching them things around the house and stuff like that as well, because, for instance, my dryer broke. You know, I took that whole dryer apart. I watched a little YouTube video, took that whole dryer apart, fixed it, and put it back together by myself, because I could not find not one man who knew how to change the belt on a dryer.
And that's a shame.
It's a shame. It's a shame. There's been times where I thought people were being rude, you know, by passing me by on the road. I have a flat tire or whatever.
No, some of them, they can't really change the tire.
They really can't do shit for me. So there's no reason for them to even stop and bother and waste anybody's time. So at the end of the day, at this point with my kids, I got an 11-year-old and I got 2 10-year-olds. Aliyah started to learn how to cook when she was 10. Guess who else learned how to cook when they was 10? Your sons. Them boys. Because they're not going to be impressed with your daughter slop-ass chicken Alfredo.
Soggy ass.
They're not. They can be like, come on, ma. I could cook something better than that.
Yeah.
My boys will fry you up some chicken better than you could believe. You understand me? My daughter learned how to cook. My sons learn how to cook. My boys take out the trash. My daughter take out the trash. Right. The boys have to fix stuff around the house. My daughter got to fix stuff around the house. If she got to keep her stuff clean, they got to keep their stuff clean. There's no gender roles in my house. Yes, I do explain to them that, okay, you can't hit your sister because your sister's a girl. Okay, you can't. Talking to your mother crazy is rude and disrespectful. I'm a woman. You need to have more respect for women. Yes, when you see, you know, women walking through a door, you hold open the door for women.
Yeah, certain things as
far as chivalry goes, yes, I'm gonna teach it to them. Yeah. But at the end of the day, my goal is to raise children, regardless of whether they're male or female, is for them to be decent individuals who can hold their own.
I was gonna say individual.
Yeah.
Just be a decent individual. If my daughter's car break down on the side of the road, I want her to be able to fix it by herself.
If a man is not there.
If my boys get married and their wife is gone for the weekend, they good because they know how to cook for themselves. Yep. They know how to do their own laundry. Understand what I'm saying? There's certain things that it amazes me. Yeah. The type of guys that I've dated and seen and come across, just amazes me.
I be like, damn, I could do more man shit than you can do.
There are some good ones.
There is some good ones.
This is not to bash. Let's be clear, because there's some trash ass women out there too. Yeah. That's why I say it's valuable for you to teach your sons as well how valuable they are. Because they can get hooked up with, they ain't gonna get hooked up with their own baby mama anyway. Because their mama not wrapped into it.
All the time. Not everybody deserves to lay with you. Not everybody deserves to be with you.
Exactly.
And be very selective of who you tie yourself to. Yep. Both female and men.
I mean, I feel like, to be honest though,
y'all mom just be letting every female come in the house. That should be like, oh, you got a next one? Having sex with this one? Get another one.
And don't say nothing.
And don't say nothing to your child. Like,
don't say my baby daddy had all 3 of his baby mamas in rotation. Bruh, all 3 of us was in rotation. Nobody said a word to this man like, oh, you need to stop running around.
You need to be a man. Like you need to settle down. Like, what?
Matter of fact, you know what I hear a lot of? And I always mention the Caribbean community because that's the community that I grew up in. So, the Caribbean community, they be like, what you kid, he cheating on you. He paying bills.
That's like the super
bitch.
Yeah.
First of all,
I don't care about nobody paying.
First of all, I don't got a price tag on me. And if I did, it'd be worth more than these bills.
Exactly.
Okay? You can't buy my silence. If I'm not comfortable with something or I'm not okay with it, I'm going to speak my mind and say what it is. But I mean, just in this day and age, it's like an influx of it in the media as well. You see a lot of men being just a lot more feminine, even with the way men dress nowadays. I'd be like, them jeans is cute. I wonder if they got them in my size.
Right?
But I see them on a whole nigga like damn, jeans.
You know what I'm talking about? I told this boy at the job, I was like, oh, you got them little jogger jeans on. Where you get that from? A whole straight guy, no. He's like, oh yeah, I got this from I forgot the fucking store.
Forever 21?
No, he didn't get it from Forever 21. It's some other store.
Because I went to Forever 21 and I couldn't figure out which section was for men and which one was for
women. And I was like, oh, okay. And I got me the same pants.
That's a whole nother topic. But
I got me the same pants. But that is a whole nother topic.
Can I ask the question? I want one of the male viewers, if you could just drop it in the comments for me. That shit don't hurt y'all nuts? It's comfortable, like, cause I ain't got nuts, but it looked like it would be uncomfortable on your nuts.
It depends on the style of jean you get.
It's okay, so it can be kind of comfortable.
Yeah, they make jeans like skinny jeans or whatever with men in mind, so they kind of it's not made the same way women pants are.
Yeah, I know the crotch is shorter on women jeans than men jeans are,
Right.
so I know
that
that.
should still be looking like
It still be looking like it be too.
And then they know like dudes sag or whatever, or that's the thing like where your pants low.
I think that's so fucking
they make
stupid. So you put on these tight ass pants just to sag them.
Yo, I had.
That's another topic, y'all. That's another topic, y'all. We gotta make sure this shit can upload.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
Mothers, raise your sons to be men. Fathers, be more active in your children's lives so they can know what a real man looks like. If you're not a real man, don't be more active. Just stay on the side.
Right?
I can't.
Just stay on the side.
It'd be good.
Have the same accountability for your daughters, for your sons, just like you do your daughters.
Yeah.
Hold them all to the same standard.
Exactly. So next topic is moms sexualizing their sons.
Explain.
Yes, explain.
Yeah. Okay, basically what I came across this post on Facebook, whatever, who cares. I came across this post and it was basically it was a post about how moms, you know, basically telling their sons, you know, you're fine, or not, you know, like, oh, my son is sexy, or, you know, saying things to their son like as if that was their boyfriend. That's how I took it. And Chantes basically told, you know, on the post, because, you know, it was kind of talking back.
And my son's fine as...
Yeah, she was like, both my sons is fine as fuck. Basic way Chantes talks in general, I understand where she coming from, but what I'm seeing it is like how moms,
when you can take it too far.
yeah, they take it too far. Like
we're
they go
all
to
for building up children's self-esteem.
building up children's self-esteem.
How
I get
you
it.
do it is
It's a little. It could be a little off. Cause they got moms that will be out there like, oh, my son, this, oh,
yo,
he looks he could get this. It's a lot of certain things that
I
I
heard
be like, you
this
shouldn't
lady-
be saying them shits about your son.
I heard this lady say out her mouth, no lie, my son got a big dick. Like,
I was gonna say that.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say that. And I was like, that shit is not something that you're supposed to be saying about your child.
Yeah.
Right.
That shit, first of all, why are you looking at your son's penis
in a sexual way.
in a sexual way? That shouldn't even be like
It should
thought
be,
about.
Only time, as a mother of boys, only time that I've seen my son's penises, obviously when I was changing Pampers or bathing them, or some type of medical exam was going on. Like, I took my son to the doctor. Remember I was telling y'all? I was like in a doctor's office, like near tears, because I didn't know my boys had pubic hair. I didn't know. Because they're 10 years old. They shower themselves.
Right, you know,
Yeah.
in that area. Like,
I mean,
You're not
they walk
supposed to
around
be-
the house like in their little boxers or whatever, but for the most
And
part,
you gotta.
everything's
I
covered
thought
up.
about it as this: if you had a father sexualizing their daughter, it would have been off.
Right, you'll never hear men walk around and say, my daughter's a whole bad bitch.
Yeah, you see how big my daughter boobs are? You see how her ass is
My daughter
getting?
got a fat ass.
She getting thick.
that would not be acceptable.
That wouldn't be acceptable. So why is women out here sexualizing their sons like they about to date them?
Yo, no lie.
Like,
This is off topic, but my ears are fucking ringing right now.
I'm sorry, am
Like-
I loud?
are we too loud?
My bad.
We're too loud for you?
I don't know why Hattie even sit next to me. She know I'm loud.
I'm loud in general.
I was gonna say it ain't gonna make no difference who I sit next to.
That's true. Touche.
What?
That is true.
No, I agree though, but it makes me, when you thought of the topic, it made me think about that woman who had the friend kissing the son. He was like a toddler or something, kissing him on the lips or whatever, saying that was her boyfriend. Did you
Oh,
guys
that's
see
what
that?
I'm saying. Stop
Yeah.
letting your friends call your child that too. Stop letting your friends, oh, look at my boyfriend. Look. No, that's not your fucking boyfriend. That's my son. You know, don't.
Or twerking.
Yeah, or twerking in front of and on their son's little
Y'all
kids.
see the video of the little
Shaking
boy?
boob.
The little girl, she like twerking or whatever, and the son said, "Mommy, it's stained. It's stained."
Oh, I didn't see that video.
And she like, "Move, shut up, move." No, bitch, you move. You take
Wait,
your ass
this
to
is a grown woman?
It was a grown woman
woman.
and her son, and she was like making a little twerk video, and she doing her thing, bam, 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 bam.
A grown
And the
woman.
son was like, "Mommy, you stink."
Oh, he
It
told the mom
stink."
she stink.
Yeah, saying her coochie stink, cause she twerking, and you know the air
It's flapping up.
is flat.
Flapping up in the
It's
air.
wafting.
While she slap up her butt cheeks.
To me, that's unacceptable. I feel like that's doing too much.
Yeah, like, I hate when people do it. I be seeing other people, you know, post their little kid pictures, and they got their friends under there. Look how fine my boyfriend looks. What?
That's
It's not your fucking boyfriend.
That's a
Like,
I
oh, look
literally-
at him. He
I
gonna
literally
be,
not
oh, he
thinking
gonna be
stop.
stealing all the, like, don't be thinking about my child in this way.
I feel like that devalues.
because if it was your
a
daughter, it would be a
person's-
different story.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we have to stop like doing
Yeah.
that when it comes to our men.
They,
when they're boys.
exactly.
Well, we
They don't,
do it.
Stop traumatizing these kids.
We do it a lot though. In
Yeah.
society, overall, like, okay,
Yeah.
when a teacher gets in trouble for sleeping with a student,
Oh yeah.
right?
Mhm.
If it's a
When
female
it's a
teacher,
female sleeping,
Sleeping with a
when
guy
it's
is
a
like,
male sleeping with a female student, oh, throw the book at his ass. He need to be tried. He should be ashamed of himself.
He
That
need to
is
be in jail. He
disgusting.
need to be in
He need to be in prison. Somebody
Yeah.
need to cut his dick off. Blah, blah, blah. They come with all this shit to say about the man, right?
But when
it's a woman
yeah.
who's having sex with a male student, then you got men coming out saying, "Shit,
Oh.
I wish I had
And
that.
they going up, right?
I wish I had that shit.
Oh, that
Yeah.
teacher is bad.
They talking about he need to go counseling. Shit, I ain't gotta go counseling for that shit. I need that shit. You like,
but
what the
listen
fuck?
to the people saying that though. You didn't have to go counseling. Maybe you should have.
Right?
Mr. Drunk Uncle on the corner, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, look at you. Your life is not prosperous. So
Yeah.
I feel like we need to stop traumatizing our
Yeah.
males.
Because you gotta think about it. If you posted a picture of your daughter as you posted, and some guys is under there, look at my girlfriend, you won't be ready to cut his dick off because he said that comment. So if you got another girl under your comment by your son, like, you gotta think about it the same way.
Not only that, but
I feel like you gotta think about it the same way.
to me, and maybe I be, conspiracy theorist. or whatever, I feel like all of that ties into the rape culture that we perpetuate right now.
It does.
Yep, it does.
It does.
You understand
It
what I'm
does.
saying? Because we got the Me Too movement, we got all this stuff going on where we're trying to empower our young girls to feel brave enough to stand up for themselves. But then again, we turn around and sexualize our boys and leave them with the boys will be boys mentality. You got all these older women
Exactly.
Yep.
exposing them to shit that they really shouldn't be exposed to at a young
Exactly.
age, and then expect for them to be able to just turn the shit off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How can we?
Mm-hmm.
How can we? A lot of the behavior that these men exhibit, I talk to a lot of guys. Like, I have more male friends than female friends, and most of the males tell me the same pretty much story about how they lost their virginity. It was some older girl off the block. It was about 12, 13 years old with a girl who was about 16, 17 years old. That's child abuse.
It is. And let's stop with the, oh, great grandma did this, but look at the times. When you know better, you do better. Just because shit was okay and normalized back in the day does not mean that it was good for the mentality.
And
Look at the
honestly,
state
it wasn't
doesn't
good
do-
back then.
It wasn't. That's what I mean.
It's just
Like, it
that
was
nobody
never good.
did anything
Nobody
more so
said-
back then. Or
exactly.
said anything and they didn't think it was like
Back
something.
in the day, people were forced to. You have countries nowadays who are trying to stop young women and young men
'Cause they
from being
marrying
forced into
little
marriage and, you know what I'm
young
saying?
girls into marrying
Sex
older
trafficking.
men.
Exactly.
Sex
Can we
yeah.
progress? Can we not
Exactly.
progress? Can we not do better? Or are you just gonna keep saying that's the
Or
way
should we
it
just
was?
stay in the dark ages?
Exactly. Like, no, let's progress, let's do better. When you know better, you do better. That don't mean you
Exactly.
keep continuing to do the same dumb stuff that's kept, keeps communities in a detrimental state. You know what I'm saying? For
Yep.
years. Like,
Yep.
why continue to do that? If it's not working, it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that'd be
I'm
better.
better than nobody anyway.
It goes with our first topic. Value your sons just like you value your daughters.
Mhm.
If we can do that, then everything else I feel like will fall into place.
Yeah.
It'll work out better in the long run, because at the end of the day, our little boys need our love and protection, just like our little girls need our love and protection. What we need to do is we need to start believing our boys and believing our girls when they come to us as the adult in their life and telling us stuff. We need to really, I can't stress it enough how much attention we need to be paying. And the right kind of attention. Because, like I said, I'm all for bigging up my kids. All three of them is the most conceited little bastard you ever want to meet. You know why? Because I juice them up. I big my kids up. I be like, boy, you so fine. Oh, Aaliyah, you so pretty. Jesus.
It's
so
a difference between
you're so
boosting your kids up. Yeah,
you're
give
so
them that.
funny. You're so charismatic. You're beautiful. You're amazing.
Yeah.
That's how I talk to them because at the end of the day, they came from me.
Right?
So I'll be damned if they're going to walk around this earth and think they trash. What? And you came from all of this? No. No. We're gonna raise people who are confident in themselves.
Yep.
Enough to where they're not impressed.
And building confidence
Easily.
and sexualizing, that's not a blurred line. You know what that is.
It's not no blurred line to it.
Yeah.
I can say my sons is fine as fuck. And that's not me sexualizing them. That's just really how I describe people. Like, if you attract them, bitch, you fine as fuck. So it's not me sexualizing my children. I don't think of them in no sexual way at all, no way, shape, or form.
She ain't got us looking, oh, they're my boyfriends.
Yeah.
No.
Nah,
Matter of fact, they more like, these my kids too.
Yeah.
And I got a gun for all of them.
Exactly. So at the end of the day,
Definitely
you
not
can-
sexualizing.
You can boost your child's confidence
Exactly.
without sexualizing them. And think to yourself, if you think that the lines are blurred, fine, I'll give you that. But then think to yourself,
exactly.
if it was my daughter, would I allow this to be said?
Exactly.
Start thinking
And
about
just
what
say
it
that.
is that's coming out your mouth.
Right?
Because there's no way I should hear women.
Be said or said by me. Think about it. Oh, if this was my daughter, would I allow this to happen with men?
I could tell you like this.
No.
I have never heard like a real father say anything remotely close to the shit I hear mothers say.
At all.
I'm be up
Because if you hear that from a father, you be like, yo, we might need to call
I'll
somebody.
be like, okay, I'm gonna make that anonymous call.
Let me go make this call
I don't
because
know what's
homeboy
going on
got
in
a
their house.
lot of shit going on in the house.
Yeah,
He's talking about
it's twerking, girl.
he
You
talking
like,
about her
what,
ass
Dad?
is getting big.
Dad?
He talking about her boobs get big. Nah, we need to make this fucking call now because he doing something else.
Talking about, my son probably gonna have all the girls chasing him. Why do you want to raise a son that's a womanizer? Why do you want to do that? Me personally, like, I know it's gonna be girls all over my sons. That's the reality of it because if you have attractive children, I mean that's just what happens. However, never once have I said to myself, oh, I know my son's like bragging about that in any way, shape, or form. If anything, I'm like, I hope that I'm doing enough to where they know how to treat women with respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope that I'm doing enough to where my sons will be good husbands for somebody's daughter in the future. I hope that I'm doing a good enough job that they pick a good woman for them and they treat that woman with the respect and dignity that she deserves. That's what I hope for my kids. I don't hope, they pull all the hoes.
Right?
Matter of fact,
I don't want no
man,
hoes.
right,
I don't want no hoes around me.
Yo, I tell 8 and 8, they 10 years old, but I tell them from now, yo, the minute you bring a raggedy bitch to my house, you might as well, first of all, she gonna be embarrassed, and you gonna be embarrassed. And now she gonna go back to school and tell everybody that your mama's a bitch, and you can't have girls by your house because I'm going to embarrass the fuck. Don't have no raggedy hoe on my couch.
I can't wish I.
And when they come knocking on my door, talking about I'm here for Adrian, how you know they identical? How you know who you here for, bitch? Describe which one you want. Now, my son's gonna be perfect? No, they're gonna make mistakes. Just like my daughter, do I expect her to be perfect? I hope I'm raising a daughter who's smart enough to not make the same dumbass mistakes that I made, at the very least.
You should always want your kids.
You know, I want them to do better and be better than what I am and what I presented to them. But at the end of the day, they're humans. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna make their own choices. But damn, can we, as parents,
Shit, me and Brian was just talking about link with guys. We was talking about and then she talking about I'm talking. I said shit. I was still talking. Like I was still talking about like guys hitting or whatever, or hitting and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like shit like that.
So that's what I'm saying. Just raise children to have a mutual respect for another human life.
Exactly.
That's how I see it.
Exactly.
All you really got to do at the end of the day is raise an individual who's a decent human being. that means they understand consent. That means they understand respect. That means they understand loyalty. I mean, they understand love.
When you think about it, guys,
they understand the importance of communication. I just feel like those are basic
and understand themselves enough to know like what decisions they need to make and they shouldn't make.
Yeah. Well, I already tell them straight up because I grew up with the mentality that once I got grown, that the decisions I made was on me. That's not true. The decisions you make, yes, they are up to you to make those decisions, but they affect everybody around you. Yeah. So, yes, you grown and you could do what you want to do. However, think about the other people who love you, who care about you, who are in close vicinity to you, who grew up around. Those people matter too. And the actions that you take in life, all that come into account. It affects everyone.
And I tell my nephews a lot, if you're not ready, no one can be upset with you. I mean, people, will have their emotions. Not to say that things are just going to be emotions. People will have a response to whatever it is you give them. However, the damage is not as much as it will be if you're lying and you're not truthful with yourself and where you are. Know yourself enough to know, no, I'm not ready for this. Yep. So that means I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Yep. I'm not ready to...
And learn how to read the signs as well. If you are ready... and the other person isn't, there's signs. They may not be verbal, but you gotta learn how to read those signs. And that's another thing that I teach, not just my sons, I teach it to my daughter as well. Open your mouth and say what you want and what you're comfortable doing and what you're not comfortable doing. That'll tie into taste tips later. But at the end of the day, all we have to do is raise some kids with respect.
And let your kids be kids.
Let them be
yes.
kids. Let them be kids. Kids. That's another thing. Stop trusting y'all babies. All those little Gucci this, Prada that, with the tight skinny jeans on. He can't even run outside and play in them shit. You got your baby looking like a baby scammer. Like
a baby scammer.
Yeah, you got your baby looking like a whole baby. Listen, let that little boy be. He mad because you won't let him wear his Ninja Turtle sneakers. He mad. Your daughter don't want all them fucking baby hair slicked down on her forehead because she can't itch it out.
She can't itch her hair.
She can't scratch her hair because you yelling at her, stop touching your hair. She don't want all that baby hair on her forehead.
Just give her 2 ponytails and call it a day. Let her go outside.
Let her put on her Princess and the Frog sneakers.
Right.
And call it a day. Y'all do too much.
We were talking about it. I went to the store, looked for some, I don't know what just like slippers for Jameer to walk around with. So I went to Walmart because I don't know if I can slippers somewhere else. So I'm like, let me go get some slippers. Jameer sees some little Walmart sneakers. Oh, I want this one.
That's right.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit? The same sneakers he got on today. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I said, you know what? Get the little Walmart little sneaker, $10 sneaker, and you gonna wear that boy wear that shit. Look at my sneakers, like. Homeboy sneakers is the flyest sneakers in the. They don't care. They don't care. They do, cause I just got sneakers 2 months ago, so they gonna grow out of it.
Or tear them up.
Exactly.
Because they don't understand the
importance. So they might as well
be
some Walmart sneakers.
Exactly.
Just let them kids be kids. Let them run outside. Let them do what they want to do. Let them have some fun. They're not interested in conforming to your perversions or you sexualizing them. Or you trying to make them be an adult before they time. Let them babies be babies.
Yeah, let them babies be babies.
Let them babies be babies. Bottom line. That's
exactly.
Some of these kids be having debt before they even 9. Like,
stop doing that shit. Y'all don't stop doing that shit. Stop putting shit in y'all kids. And stop selling y'all kids social security numbers too. Stop it.
You know what?
Stop it. It's tax season. You know what's going around. Y'all giving y'all kids away to other people, letting them claim on the taxes and doing what? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Your baby 19 years old trying to move out on their own. Can't. Because you don't pay a light bill in their name when they was 5 years old and you still owe $225 on that light bill.
Now that $225 is up under their name and their social security number.
And in order for them to fight that, they actually would have to press charges on you. So that's the rock and a hard place. All jokes aside, that's the rock and a hard place you put your child in.
We should be doing this, building them up to a point where when they are ready to go out on their own, that we are there to support them and that they're able to do it.
If you want to take shit out of your kids, you should be building their credit.
They are full of wealth.
Exactly.
They set their kids up And I had a guy tell me one time, he said, because he was in banking. And you know, to get into banking, they check your credit score.
Yep.
And he was telling me how if it wasn't for his dad paying his debt, he would not be in the banking position that he's in.
No, because there's ways that you can build these kids. Let me tell you something about the people. They build, not all of them. I'm not talking about four-way trash. We're talking about them. We're talking about the regular ones. They build their kids' credit up. So by the time their kids is 18, their kids is already set. They good.
There was a story about a black mom that did that for her child.
There's a lot of black people who do it, but I'm saying the idea comes from them.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, they control the money. So it comes from them. But we need to take a page out of their playbook.
Y'all need to start thinking about your credit.
If you put in your mind, I'm going to put this light bill in my baby name.
Pay it.
You could put in your mind, I'm going to put my child as an authorized user on a credit card, pay this credit card off, keep this in good standing. That way, when my child is 18, he can get credit on his own.
Exactly.
Because the number one problem when you fresh out of high school going into college, the problem is you have either you're already in debt from what your parents did, or you ain't got no credit.
Exactly.
No credit is just as bad as having bad credit.
Shit, because I did shit and paid shit on my own, it was debt.
That too.
Because I was working 3 jobs, and on top of that, still wasn't enough.
There's hairs in my face. And then there's the situation where nobody explains how credit works to you.
Exactly.
So you out here just not knowing.
That's a,
That could be another.
That's right.
encourage them to be, that would be another topic. That's another topic for discussion. But the moral of the story is stop sexualizing your son.
And let them babies be babies. Start talking about their penis size. Little nasty.
They're not your boyfriend.
It's not your man. Little nasty bastards.
So in honor of Valentine's Day, guys, we're going to give some dating stories. Some are going to be good, and some are going to be bad. The bad ones are funnier, so you might hear more of those. Yeah. But we're going to give you like some tips on how we feel like a date should go.
Fucking hilarious.
Things, guys, they need to steer away from, and females. We don't want to be biased. But I'll probably do like a good one and a bad one. Who wants to do like?
I don't have no good ones.
My good dating story gonna turn into bad, so I could just flow it with each other.
So who wants to go first?
You go first.
I'll go first because Chantes haven't heard this story yet.
Oh. This is a psycho story.
Yeah, the psycho story.
Okay.
So I met this guy through a friend's. Okay, it's one of my friend's brother.
You said his name was what?
No, my friend's brother's best friend.
What's
not my
his
friend's
name?
brother.
Ain't no name.
I'm not saying no names. Like, what's his name?
You tried to slide it in there.
Right? Like, ain't nobody saying no name.
What you say his name?
Anyway, this guy's so stalkerish, he gonna see this episode too.
Oh my god.
So it probably be good, so he could get the idea.
Look fall back. Okay.
Oh, so this guy, he was, he's nice, whatever. He's older too, because I told you he's like 30, older than me, 33. So I was talking to him for literally 1 month. That's how long. 1 month. Nigga started, we went on a date. It was nice. We went to this nice little restaurant by Lake Eola. So I'm like, okay, it's just nice. I went with him. We was good. Then he started becoming a little crazy. He started texting like, oh, why you not responding fast enough? I'm like, nigga.
How long between text messages?
Yeah. What's not fast enough?
I don't know, because it would be like 20, 30 minutes. Like, I will respond, but I'd be like at work or doing certain shit. Like,
so like how
nigga.
we text during the day.
Exactly.
And none of us complain.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. So I'm like, okay, so I'm like, okay, he's whatever. But then it got a little weird because he started to, we only talking for a couple of weeks. He started to ask for favors as we've been in a relationship for a long time or something. Or we in a relationship.
What kind of favors?
Oh, hey, can you pick up my mom for me?
What?
pick up your mom.
Hey, can you pick up my mom for me? I'm like, what the fuck? I barely even met your mother. How the fuck am I gonna pick her up? Hey, how am I introducing myself? Because we're not together.
I'm just here.
I'm just here.
Just
So what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, okay, I took that, like, okay, he's a little whatever. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, we're barely talking. It's been a couple of weeks at this point. Like, what the fuck you got going on? So I, passed that by. Then he asked me, my sister's having this dinner at her house. You want to come with me, all the family? What? What the fuck is going on? It's still a few weeks at this point. Still a few weeks. So I'm like, okay, this guy's fucking nuts. I said, no, I'm not going with you. No, I'm not going with you and your sisters. Me, all 4 sisters that you. No, what the fuck? No. What is going on? So I'm like, at this point, I need to start cutting this guy off. Like, he's getting nuts. He started texting. Let me go. I got the text message still. So y'all gonna see how crazy it went from left, and then I don't know where the fuck it went past that. So let me go through these text messages. So I told him, like, yeah, this shit is not fucking working out. Like, you're fucking nuts, right? He goes, yeah, I figured you was with the bullshit.
Hey, you with the bullshit?
Yeah, I'm with the bullshit. I figured you was never there. You wasn't gonna be there. I don't know what the fuck is going on at this point. Get your game up. You're not even ready for a relationship.
Who said you was? Did you tell me you was?
No! What the fuck is going on? I'm confused. I feel like
people don't know how to assess, like, the situation.
Read the signs.
Read the signs.
Teacher needs to read the goddamn signs.
And I feel like he's, like how you said, man is becoming more feminine. Him being, and I'm not saying this is because he was raised by a bunch of women and no real father, but it came into that. Yeah. He got 4 sisters. He has his mom. He's the only guy, and he's like the youngest.
So he a whole bitch.
He's a whole bitch.
Well, my thing is, don't assume something. Like, assess the person that you're with. If it's not in that area of this is where we can take it and this is something that I feel comfortable asking her because of, like...
Even if that's the case, it's only been a few weeks.
You doing too much.
You doing way too much for a few weeks. Nigga, let me get a breather. Let me breathe for a second. Like, you didn't in my inbox talking about you with the bullshit.
He ready for family reunions and all that?
Yo! I'm like, what's going on? I'm not going to your sister's house.
Can you pick up my mother?
So he's talking about where? He said, what the fuck are you talking about? Fuck you.
Oh, he mad.
He got mad. I asked you for help, asshole. Fuck off, Jamaica. And then he got his little gifts in there, like, whatever. Little gifts that he put in. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even giving you this time of day. You childish, whatever. Then he comes back 2 days later. So I guess you done with me?
He mentally is unstable. What the?
He's a bitch.
Let me make it up to you, Jamaica. I know I was wildin'. I said, nah, this fucking nigga is psycho. This fucking nigga, do you want me to come to your job? I said, wait, what the fuck is going on?
I feel like that's mentally unstable because there's some women who wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, like me.
Yo,
so I feel like
it's women that won't do some shit like that.
I feel like we should just throw that out.
Yeah,
that's immaturity.
Exactly.
Like,
no, I said some things he does is on a feminine. No, that shit was like he got personality disorder.
That's just
like.
That's some insecurity.
What the fuck is going on? And then he comes back. I still didn't respond, right? He said, "Oh, we all make mistakes. Give me another chance." What the fuck? My hand is up. I just want to love you.
Oh,
I said,
you don't even know what that means because if we get to a point to where we cursing at each other and being disrespectful towards each other,
there's nothing that could be there. Yeah. And we've been talking for a few weeks, and you already talking about fuck off, Jamaica. It's dead ass fuck off, Jamaica, because I'm like,
that's it.
That's it.
I'm not
and it was already weird before you even said fuck off, Jamaica. So it was like definitely.
He didn't even give you time to get like emotionally invested first.
Exactly.
Like
at all.
That's crazy.
I can't.
Communication, guys.
Exactly.
Read the goddamn signs.
Exactly.
If you don't do nothing else, can you please read the signs?
And don't just assume stuff.
Right?
I'll
That
be
shit
honest
was
with you.
wild.
I said I never had a good date. It's not that I never really had a good date, guys. It's that the good dates that I had still didn't end well. So I just kind of be like, whatever.
Fuck
you
that
ain't-
good date.
Right. Like, fuck you and your good date. Like,
Right?
except for one time. All right, I'm going to tell y'all about the time I called myself being a woman of the new millennium. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. And I'm going to approach a man first.
Oh, you did that?
I will never do it again.
Why?
So, one night I left the club. I was with this girl. We were really close or whatever. And we just kept getting approached by, like, disgusting ass niggas. And she said to me, well, what's your type, Chantes? Because I can't really peg you. Like, what's your actual type? And as she said it, it was like a scene in a movie, guys. No lie. As soon as she said it, there he was. And he was 6'5". He was built, like, solid, not fat,
He
not
was like a
skinny.
whole foot and some over you.
Mind your business.
It's not. I'm like, where's she going with
I know.
this?
Alright, so the nigga, he all tall and built solid, and his skin is like that red color that I really, really like. I know I like a light skin, but not too light, but not too dark. Yeah, know,
You
I
like
them
in between of
I
it.
like them. I like them in between, like my kid's skin color, like that caramel color. I like that.
So he was all of that.
Like that, and then he had these chinky eyes and these big lips, and the man was fine. Okay, when I tell you that man was fine as fuck, I ain't never seen no man so fine all my life. And I said to my friend, "Bitch, there he is." And she was like, "Go talk to him."
Okay.
And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I fucking him from here. I'm just gonna I fuck the shit out of him. Hopefully my pheromones are strong enough, and he noticed me, and I won't even have to go that route." But men are stupid. So what had happened was I ended up having to make the first move. I was gonna get my chance with this fine ass dude, right? So I walked over to him. I looked like I was super confident, but inside I'm like, oh my god, if this nigga rejects me, I'm gonna shoot him. So I walked over to him and I'm like, oh, his life was in danger. He didn't even know it. He was gonna die that night. So I walked over to him and I introduced myself and I said, you know, hey, how you doing? My name is Chantes, and I just wanted to let you know that I think you're just really attractive. And he was like, oh, thank you. So are you. And I was like, oh. Well then. So, you know, we flirted back and forth a little bit. We exchanged numbers. We talked on the phone a little bit. The man could sing.
Oh.
He was smart. He played football, so he was athletic. I was just like, oh. Oh. And he goes, okay, well, let's link up. Let's have a date or whatever. I was like, okay. So we go on a date. The first night this is our first date, okay? We went to Fridays. We had drinks at the bar. All right, cool. Leaving there, the conversation was so dope that I ended up on the phone with him, like, on my car ride home. Went to sleep that night, woke up the next morning, boom, we on the phone again. I mean, he looks perfect. And the conversation is perfect. And the chemistry is there. He opens car doors. You know, he pays the bill. He asks me to go half.
Okay.
You know, like, everything is working out very well with this guy, okay? And then he asked me to go on a date, like kind of like a double date or a group date or whatever. It was like his cousin and her man and their friend or whatever. So it's like a couple's thing. Wanted to go bowling. Anybody who know me, I don't fucking bowl. The ball is bigger than me. Don't like it. Don't really care for it. Not my thing. I'll go.
The ball is
Bigger than me. They got kid balls.
No, never felt comfortable. I'm just not. I don't like bowling.
Okay.
I'll go to the bowling alley if it's like a lit one, like King's Bowling or whatever.
And you could drink.
Yeah, I need alcohol involved.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, me too.
So anyway, we end up meeting up with his people, whatever. We go bowling. Didn't have that much of a good time bowling, but had a good time with him.
Right.
Didn't care for his friend or his cousin.
Yeah.
Don't really care for none of them. But, you know, I'm here to support him or whatever.
Right.
Have a good time. Whatever. Boom. Okay. Then he goes away back home to where he was from. I believe he was from Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. Then he, matter of fact, he wasn't from Detroit. He was from Indiana because he had that funny Indiana accent. Everybody used to make fun of him for it. So, long story short, we end up, getting to the point where now some months done gone past. We've been dating each other off and on. Well, not off and on. It's been consistent. Everything's good. So we get down to the fact of, okay, are we gonna have sex or not?
Oh, y'all never had sex.
We hadn't even had sex at this point.
Okay.
All right.
Like a good 2 months in or whatever. I don't move fast at all, guys.
Yeah.
When it comes to sex, I do not move fast. Like, I take my time.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
so I'm not judging nobody who do. If you want to hop in the sack the first night, that's your business, whatever.
Nah.
But we had to, he came over. I cooked.
Yeah.
He ate it. It was good. I can cook. So, had a nice little meal or whatever. Afterwards, we're in my room, we kissing. Things are getting hot. Da, 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 da.
I think
And
I know where this
he's touching all over me. I'm touching all over him. Things are good. It's hot and sweaty, whatever. And then in the middle of us having this hot and sexy moment, I gotta go. And he left. And I was like,
wait, what?
what the fuck? This has literally never happened to me. Matter of fact, I'm used to actually having to stop niggas and be like, yo, chill, we ain't even on that.
Right.
So for me, he didn't even give no reason. He just was like, instantly. I think I touched his belt buckle. And he jumped up and was like, I gotta go. And left. And I was like,
But he had a small penis.
I don't know. It sounds like
So-
some two can play that game type shit.
when he left,
Right.
a couple days later, he called me up and was like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to come over and make it up to you, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. Now, I done formulated a plan in my mind. I'm like, this boy going to fuck me today because he done ran out on me before, and I'll be damned if you run out on me again.
I can't.
It's something not right, and my women intuition is telling me. So, long story short, boom, he comes over again. Literally same thing was getting ready to happen. I touched the belt buckle, and he freaked and was like, I gotta go. And I was like, cut it. You ain't leaving. He was like, no, I really gotta go. I got an emergency. No, you don't, because your phone is all the way across the room, so I don't even know how you know you got an emergency. What is going on? Like, what is up?
Right.
He was like, no, it's just I like to take things slow. Well, bitch, it's been almost 3 months. I don't know how slow you want to take it. But, I mean, we got this great vibe. We enjoy each other's company. We click really fucking well.
I want the D.
Like,
What's
what's
going
on?
Like,
I don't get turned down. And I don't do rejection well. So, I need answers. You got some splaining to do, Lucy. So, he's like, fine, we could do it, whatever.
oh.
So, when he said it like that, I was like,
I don't even want to do nothing with you now.
Yeah.
no, nice try. That was reverse psychology.
Oh.
Drop him. Because now I really know something ain't right. Because now you got an attitude. You want to give me the dick with an attitude?
No.
Okay. Drop him. That man took his pants down, and it was the smallest penis
Yep.
I've ever seen. I'm going to tell you
I
what.
knew that. He had to have a small penis.
I'm not talking like, oh, it's like 5 inches. No.
It was like a pinky.
It was like, you ever seen like a little kid when they belly button be an Audi, but it'd be like that big ass Audi?
Yeah. It was like that.
It was like that.
Shut up, Chantes.
I swear to God, when I
6'5",
lied.
everything was
Bro.
perfect, and
It
then that.
didn't even hang.
Oh man.
It didn't even hang. I don't know what the fuck, because he was swallowing a motherfucker. I don't know what.
That could be it.
I don't know. I didn't even try to figure it out after that point. I simply was just like, okay, you can go ahead and put your pants back up, and you can go ahead and go. Because you don't even want to do this anyway.
Right.
Now that I've seen all that I need to see, I don't need to do this anyway. So we can be friends.
Could leave it as that.
And
Aww. There's
It was-
somebody out there for everybody.
it was sad. And a lot of people had said to me, like, people that I was close
Can
with.
he have kids with his penis like that?
Yes, girl, his sperm still can
Oh,
sprout.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
they
saying,
gotta
like,
be
it's
some
not gonna-
strong ass swimmers. Cause
Yeah.
that
So
shit
what does
going
your
on.
size have to do with your swimmers?
First of all,
Because
and
if you're
how's it
not
gonna
far
go
up
in?
enough inside of you, how the hell is it gonna reach the egg?
That's true, but it was soft, right? It wasn't hard.
They
No,
gonna have
he
to do
was
an
hard.
incubator. They gonna.
That's how big it was hard.
Hard.
Shut
As a
shut
rock.
up. So I'm
You
saying,
gonna
you
have
know
to
how
get.
small
They
that
gonna have to
is?
do how to let me do the incubator.
You know how small it is. She said the kid
You have to-
with the Audi, but has like the big ass Audi.
Yeah,
You know how
they
small
belly
that
buttons be
is?
out like this.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
still
know.
small.
You know
That
what
shit-
they used to have.
Okay,
an
let me
Audi.
show
That
y'all.
shit-
It was literally like about this big. I'm not lying to you.
And that's
I have no reason. I promise y'all. On all 3 of my kids, I had no reason to lie on y'all. I promise y'all. It was the worst experience of my life. It's the reason I don't approach men first to this day because
of that. You said shit. I approached that nigga.
I approached that when I was all the way wrong. So we don't take those type of chances no more. Let the big dicks find me.
You know what?
They'll find
you
me.
know what?
That is not good enough.
They'll find their way to me eventually. No. I ain't going. I ain't.
Let the big dicks find me.
How
the fuck is that?
I had already.
Is that your motto?
I was in my 20s.
How old
maybe
was he?
24. We was around the same age. He was maybe a year or two older than me.
That's
He
your
was a
motto,
grown ass man.
That's your motto, Chantes?
Yeah, let the dicks find me. The big dicks find me. Yeah, pretty much.
You have like some type of like deficiency or something.
Yo, honey is trying to make this into something.
Do you know how small that is?
I know.
So picture that image on a grown ass man.
Not to sexualize my sons, but the boys had bigger penises than him. And they was babies.
That's what I'm saying. We sitting here.
Yo.
Listening to her story. And the image that I had.
I know, I got the image too.
Penis.
And I was dying.
It's not even that.
It's not even a child. It's a newborn.
And y'all just don't know how fine this man was. He was.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at
You got him on social media?
No.
Oh,
He deleted me.
Oh. He was embarrassed.
He probably was. And I was, at the time, younger or whatever.
You was a little rough.
I was
You
a lot
probably
more
was.
rough with my mouth and the
Yeah.
things that I say.
Mm-hmm.
And I really didn't take into account people's feelings. But I had to dismiss that.
It's like, you need to go.
We had to let go and let God.
Y'all gotta
Because
figure
Let go and let God.
Guys, I know you want to be buff, but let the hormones go. Those steroids.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to say. Not hormones, steroids.
steroids, yes, steroids.
The steroids will mess you up.
It
'Cause,
could.
like,
It could shrink your penis
I
too.
actually
That
talked
could
to
shrink
somebody
it.
like that.
Especially if he was in football, you said that, and a lot of them do be on
They be on
steroids.
steroids.
If they was
and
like,
it messes with that part
they,
of your
yeah, it
body.
messes. It can shrink their penis. It can.
That's
It
so
was-
sad.
It was.
It can.
What a waste of a fine man.
Get off those steroids. Maybe it's not too late.
I'm so done with Shantae.
Look at how pretty he was. Y'all just don't know.
What a waste of a fine man.
He was fine as
I feel that
hell.
way too. Like you done altered yourself. Do you know how small? I can't get past that. You are.
How you know if he altered
Because-
himself? He just.
Because
I think
there
there
is
is
no
no-
way.
It just never grew from birth.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you another story real quick. So one time I was in college
Ain't
and I
no
was
way.
dating this guy from Queens, and I thought, he's from Queens, I'm from Brooklyn, we
Yeah.
gonna connect.
We gonna be like.
He know what a snorkel is,
Something with the growth of the body is not there.
Let me tell you, this grown man, we was in college, okay, and I really liked him. He was cool as fuck, and we used to mess around. And one time we got down to, actually have sex. Boy, I ain't never run so fast in my life. 'Cause when he pulled it out, I was like, and I was high too. I was like, where is it?
I can't wait.
That shit was literally about 3 inches big. I was like, what is it? He was like, what you mean? It's right here. I was like,
Nah.
I said, I gotta go. Don't make call me. I gotta go. And I avoided that boy. He was a nice guy too. He was a real nice guy. But that shit was
I'm
too
telling
small.
you, something be going on. It's something.
Bro, I've been
doing.
waiting.
God can't give you everything perfectly.
Listen,
It ain't about God. It's about
Yes,
your
it is.
body being naturally
He ain't
into
get that.
growth.
He ain't
Ain't
get
no,
that.
you ain't get that. Your body.
It's like how some women got big titties, some women got little titties.
Yeah.
They come in all sizes.
And find out what those girls with little titties be doing.
I got little titties. What I did?
Your titties
Titties
ain't
ain't
little.
little.
They this size now after children.
Girl, last night I watched the episode of a girl who was just flat chested as hell. And you wanna know why I think she's like that? The bitch was smoking cigarettes ever since she was like 12.
I did smoke a lot of cigarettes.
So yes, our bodies are made to grow a certain way. When you start disrupting that shit with outside shit, it happens. Ain't no way a grown ass man, God said, I'm gonna give you the belly button for your dick as a grown ass man.
God don't say that.
He don't bless you. He don't bless you with everything. You can't be perfect all around.
Let me tell you,
That ain't perfect.
my grandmother used to tell me this story. She
There is
natural.
perfect
You're-
penises.
That's
There
not
is perfect
But
penises
what
out
I'm
there.
saying is, What I'm saying is,
There are some nice looking ones.
But you missing the point.
I get
What I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be perfect. But ain't no damn way you supposed to have a belly button for a penis.
I think
it's a dot. It's a dot.
I'm gonna tell you why. My grandmother said that when you in heaven, before you get here on earth, you gotta stand in line for your equipment. So some people stand in line for riches.
No.
Some people stand in line for beauty. Some people stand in line for big butts. Whatever line he probably got to the dick line last.
He got to the dick line last.
He did.
Not a blessing. A blessing.
He ain't got the voice to sing. He got the looks. He got the skin color.
Now that's a
muscles,
gift.
the-
Not everybody is gifted with that. Not everybody is, but a normal sized penis is not.
Nah, he got to the line.
My God is a just God, and He's about reproduction. And
God didn't bless me. God didn't bless me with a butt until I got pregnant.
Your butt ain't got shit to do with nothing. You can't reproduct with a belly button for a penis as a grown man.
He still had balls in his sperm. He could ejaculate
But what she
into
just said,
a
you gotta
cup.
have strong swimmers.
He could ejaculate
Okay,
into
we
a
don't know what
cup,
his swimmers is like.
and they could get a little incubator and put it in his girl.
Ain't no way.
We gonna turkey baste it?
And she want kids with him.
Ain't no way.
It's possible he could still have kids.
He's doing something. He was doing something, and he played on the football team and was taking some shit.
Whatever way it goes, it
Yo,
was
talking about football player. Is this football player that used to go, and then he went to college football, and he's like, they say he's supposed to be driving to whatever. I don't know about all that. But his penis is so fucking small.
How you know? How we know?
Because I seen it. I'm not gonna tell you how I seen it.
I'm not just gonna assume you seeing niggas' penises, so
Oh.
you said it like I'm supposed to know that.
It's like my baby daddy Safari. Y'all see Safari?
Oh,
Well, yeah, he's flashing his shit everywhere.
He's
His penis
so
is nice.
and it's so pretty.
That's what I'm saying. There's perfect penises.
Don't look at me.
There's perfect penises out there.
The producer.
I understand that, but that ain't.
He didn't get blessed. That's
You
it.
don't have
we
to
just
be-
gonna call it that.
You don't have to be. I don't consider that a blessing. I consider that something that's natural. Just like we naturally have vaginas, you naturally supposed to have a penis grow at a certain rate. If your shit is a belly button size, something wrong. Something's going on.
You know what I thought about? What if God bless you with a loose
It's a health condition. It's called
Yeah,
micropenis.
It's called micro penis.
It's a health
I believe
condition.
it.
It's a condition.
Yeah.
And you could be born that way, right?
I don't know. I don't have to worry about it. So I never looked into it.
My nigga said, I'm not fucking with Brian. I'm not fucking with Brian.
I'm just saying. I know that's a real thing. Like,
It's something he looked into.
What I was gonna say, there's women that's also was born with messed up.
Remember in Mean
vaginas,
Girls?
too.
It's not my fault I have a white set vagina.
Yeah,
You
there's.
remember that in
Well,
Mean Girls?
There is okay. When I did an internship.
They lied.
Where I seen vaginas.
They lied.
And I'm not saying loose vaginas, ugly looking vaginas.
Yeah,
They don't
some-
gotta be pretty. I don't think vaginas are pretty.
And I
anyway.
think that's the short penis of the ugly looking
My
one.
pum pum cute. Bitch, I know what you talking about.
You talking about whether or not it's pretty or ugly. I'm talking about a
Yo,
normal size penis.
Hattie, do you got a story? Cause we gonna.
I'm talking about a normal
Chantes,
size
I don't know what you
penis.
got, but my poo poo cute.
Now, I'm talking about a normal size penis.
Ain't nobody ever complained, right, Chantes?
No complaints. No complaints. And even if I did have some complaints, I don't care. The mirror don't lie. Now look at that shit, I'll be like, yes, girl.
I'm talking about a normal size penis.
She said, I'll look at the mirror and be like, yes,
I'm talking about
girl.
how cute or ugly it is, but just a normal size in the way your body is supposed
That's
to
the
grow.
ugly penis.
I believe that some men can be born. It's like being born with a deformity.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Something is going on there.
I mean, I don't think that's normal. I'm not saying it's,
It's
a
not
normal
exactly.
thing.
If
It's
you put that on my
definitely-
God,
I mean, but
something happened.
I mean, it's still.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yep. Yes.
That's why you gotta clear your karmic energy, guys.
Yes. True.
You know how the Bible
Something is
say,
going on there.
Sin to the father, fall on the kids, all that kind of stuff. That should be true.
Something is going on
That
there.
should be true.
So
So
just
just
put that on my God.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so
gotta stir.
You gotta I'm spit. She said she done. She tired. She motherfucking tired of my shit. I hope we rolling and put all that shit on camera.
We caught some of it. What?
Alright, so of course, because Valentine's Day is coming up on what, Thursday?
Yes.
Wednesday, Thursday?
Thursday.
What's the?
I think it's Thursday because the 15th is Friday.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
very
yeah.
honest with y'all guys. I have not celebrated Valentine's Day in years. It's not really my forte. I'm only in the spirit because these ladies kind of put me in the spirit. But normally I don't really care for Valentine's Day like that. So,
You got a boo, Chantes?
do I have a boo?
You got a boo?
I ain't got no boo.
Why you acting like the tabloids, TMZ or
Listen,
something? You trying to get some stuff out?
This one of the people that, you know what I'm saying, get a little...
I'm single, but still don't message me because.
But you know Valentine's Day is for love.
Yeah.
My Valentine's are my kids. Like that's how I celebrate every year. No lie. I like do a little something with the churn.
But not on the sexualization.
Not on the
level.
sexualizing level. I buy them like little cards to let them know that they mother loved them.
That's it.
And then I buy them chocolate.
And that's
that
important.
I eat.
Right.
And
I remember when my dad used to give me gifts for
Yeah,
Valentine's.
my mom still sends me
My
But
gifts.
grandma used to do
He
that.
haven't done that in a while, so I don't know if I'm getting one.
I'm still doing it. So, for the lovers out there, I decided that we should do a taste tips. Just to, spice things up a little bit. If you somehow still have children in the room, I don't know why you would, but if you do, now's the time to send them out because we're about to get X-rated. Make the woman excited. Alright?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just off my rocker right now, and I'm just.
She said Chantes tip, and then Chantes go X-rated.
So, anyways, should I start with the men? Should I start with the women? Let's give the women a tip.
She gonna get some sexualized tips.
Yeah, this is sexy tips. And for those people who say shit like, oh, vagina is not a Valentine's Day gift, yes, the fuck it is. Yes,
It's not.
it is.
It's not.
It is.
Why I'm getting a Valentine's Day gift every week, man? Every day.
Because realistically speaking, you should be showing your significant other that you love them on more days than just
That's
one day out
facts.
of the fucking year.
Right.
Facts. And the
So that's-
vagina
So-
and giving your soul and a piece of you is more valuable than anything you could ever
I believe
buy
that,
and give to
guys.
somebody. Thank you
Vagina
very
is not a
much.
Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Now, if I feel nice, I will buy you something in conjunction with, but how dare you tell me my vagina is not a gift? It is.
It is.
It is.
She's gonna tell you she gonna present a different way of making a gift.
Yes.
Taste.
Your
Now-
body is a temple to regardless.
It is.
Yes.
However, don't be having no basic ass sex on Valentine's Day and think that that's good enough, and then your man is supposed to be buying you Gucci bags.
That's it.
No.
That's the thing that I have issue. I mean, if you're gonna use your Gucci as a gift, by all means do so, but use it as a gift, baby
You
girl.
better
Spice on
get
it.
into it.
Put a little freak on it. Do
Try some new
something.
tricks.
Yeah, twirl a little bit, Do something.
Get a
So-
pole in the bedroom.
I don't suggest that because I see too many videos with these.
What if
bitches
it's falling? I'll be like, nah. I'll be the one to be on the ground.
Sure, secure.
Why would you not look after your own safety?
I guess they be trying it.
I'm a pole.
They get the twist pole
I'm
and it's
gonna
just
need
gotta
you-
loosen down.
I'm gonna need you to rehearse before you.
They be rehearsing, and then the whole shit collapse.
And then by the time it comes down to the day,
Yeah.
it's done.
That's it. So I don't suggest the pole in the bedroom, but that if that floats your boat.
Oh, swing.
Listen,
Understand, your safety is your own responsibility.
Yeah, that's
your safety is your own responsibility. With that being said, let me give my disclaimer now. Safe sex is the best sex.
Yup.
Right.
I personally, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I do not like condom sex. It is trash. If I wanted to fuck a balloon, I could. So
I
I
can't stand her.
I don't personally
I
care
can't
for
stand
it,
her.
which is why I choose basic monogamy. I like to be actually in a relationship with somebody that I love and care about. I know they safe because they've been tested. I'm safe because I've been tested. That way, if you give me anything, I know who to kill. See? Ain't no guessing. Ain't no game like,
I
it might have
can't
been
fucking-
Peter, it might have been Paul. No, it was you. It was you, bitch. So, however, safe sex is the best sex. So wrap it up, stay safe, do whatever it is you need to do. Take your birth control pills, shots, whatever, all that good stuff. Be safe first. If you want some freak shit, you need a safe word. Figure out your safe words. Get all that stuff squared away first.
That's right. Don't assume stuff. Don't be trying stuff on the spot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Freak your partner out.
Yeah. Know your limits.
Exactly.
Read your audience, guys. Read
You
your
gotta
audience.
know the person
I
before
feel like
you
that
feel
should
like
have been
you're
today's
trying.
topic.
Yeah.
Like, know your crowd. Read the room. All right.
Know the person you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm gonna give a little fellatio tip. Okay. So this is for the ladies. What we gonna stop doing in 2019? We not giving head with mouthwash.
Who does it?
Who does
a lot of
that?
people, a lot of girls do that. That's just so basic. Niggas don't really care for it. It really ain't that spectacular. Y'all done read
Head
one
with
thing.
mouthwash?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard that
Well,
one.
try it then. It might be new for you.
You mean with like
Wait,
mouthwash
you
in your
know,
mouth?
I can't fucking deal with you. Well, try it then. It might be new for you.
I'm just saying, most things I know, that shit is kind of played out.
That shit is trash. I mean, anybody.
It came from a Zane book. I read it a long time ago. I remember Sex Chronicles. I used to read them shits.
Yeah, I used to
read
read
that. I
it
read
too,
it
but
different.
But
I
anyway,
didn't get that one.
all right. So the tip I'm going to give is something called a velvet.
She has a lot.
The velvet rope. This is not for people who are not experienced with giving fellatio. If you don't know how to give head, please don't try this or make this something that you try like right off the rip. This is for experienced, seasoned veterans in the head game. It's a lot that go into it. You be done fucked up and
I
hurt
feel
him
you.
or hurt yourself, and then
I feel you.
so unless you already know what you're kind of doing, don't try this at home. All right. So
Take heed.
what you're gonna do is you'll get you some hot water and a tea bag, whatever tea is your preference, and some honey. These are your 3 ingredients. Okay. So to make a velvet rope, what you would do is you would pour honey inside of your mouth, as well as consume a little bit of the hot water tea or whatever you use. You can use regular hot water, but I prefer tea because it gives it more flavor, whatever. And once you have the honey and the tea in your mouth, then you begin to give fellatio. And once you
I ain't never heard this one.
it's called the velvet rope. Once you feel the honey start to like melt and the tea no longer feels hot, you want to put more until the deed is done.
I can see
Whatever
why
the
you gotta
deed
be
was.
experienced in that.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
could choke.
Yeah.
She gotta swallow the velvet rope or spit
Let's
it
be
out.
adults. We're swallowing.
No, I'm saying like you said, put more in your She gotta add more.
Yeah.
So she
The
swallows
tea
what she
probably, the moisture that's on his, is going down.
This is a messy thing. Just so
Yeah.
y'all aware.
It's
This
a,
is not-
you know, like when a girl's,
Well, first of all, head is messy anyway.
Exactly.
If you're doing it right.
if it's
Yeah.
slobber,
If you're doing it right, head is
Yeah.
messy anyway. But with
So-
this, it's gonna come out of the sides of your mouth.
Yeah.
You're gonna swallow some of it. Be an adult. If you got issues with any of that kind of stuff, you shouldn't be doing it.
You shouldn't be giving head.
Right.
If you're afraid of mess, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be getting head, and you shouldn't be giving head.
So
Yeah.
just be careful with the temperature of the tea. Make sure it's at a comfortable setting for you and your partner as well. But yeah, this is a really good trick just to spice things up a little bit. Be careful if you know you're not too good at going too deep, things like that. Try not to put it too far to the back of your throat because it's liquid and stuff in there. So
Know your limit.
yeah, know yourself, know your limits. Don't get too carried away with it, but have some fun with it at the same time. So again, your 3 ingredients are hot water, tea, and honey. And then you make it do what it do, baby. Just don't make no babies.
Unless you try.
Unless you try.
Alright.
And if you do, congratulations.
We don't want no more Scorpios.
We don't though. That ass.
What?
Because if you have a baby, if you conceive a baby now, that baby gonna be a Scorpio.
Oh, I love my Scorpio child. I forgot I got a Scorpio.
So we need to be talking to you. Don't have no more Scorpios.
Yeah, don't be like me and have no more Scorpios, but I love my son. But, ooh, these Scorpios, guys.
Okay.
All right, and then
What's
so,
the next tip?
my tip for my fellas.
Before you start the men's tip, it's penis a Valentine's Day gift for women.
Okay,
It can be if you know how to present it right.
it's all about presentation.
Yes.
Just like I'm telling the ladies, don't be thinking you
Just
can have
giving
basic ass sex
the same
on
sex you gave
Valentine's
last week and say, hey, this is your gift.
Yeah, it's
nah.
Romance it up.
Yeah, juice it up, spruce it up, make it sexy.
Juice it up.
Juice, yeah.
Lingerie. You know,
Because-
it's different things that you can
It's
make it
nothing's
a gift.
tits, okay?
Because
Yeah.
just like we said earlier,
Give them a show.
men's bodies
Pretend
are
to be a
temples
stripper that
just
night.
like females' bodies are temples.
Right?
Don't be lazy in anything that you do and you'll succeed. There you go.
Pretend to be a stripper.
Preach.
That's
So,
it.
now,
Give them a dance.
with that being said, here's
You know?
my tip for the fellas. I need my fellas to be very open-minded with this. Okay? If your lady is into toys, not all women are into toys, but most women don't have an issue too much with like the little
Right.
miniature vibrators.
Most of them have.
Most women have them. So, with that being said, since I'm giving head tips, if she has a small, like, little vibrator, if she doesn't have one, you can buy her one. That could be the gift. But get your little vibrator. They're little battery operated. They're very powerful.
They are.
Insert it inside of her vagina while you give her head, and watch her go nuts and tell you that it is
wow.
a gift. Wow.
Inside. Wow.
Okay.
Slip it inside. Now I'm talking about the little ones. I'm not talking about a whole.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the little, like a bullet.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the little,
Slip that inside.
bullet thing, yeah.
Put it on a low setting at first. If she is the type of person who prefers more intense feeling, then you could turn it up a notch. But I suggest putting it on a low setting. Slide that sucker in there. I promise
Boom,
you.
boom, boom.
Y'all gonna inbox me later and be like, bitch, it worked.
Again, know your audience. Don't be doing extreme shit and then want to inbox us and tell us, oh, da 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 da.
She
No.
got
Nah,
mad.
I caught a case.
She got mad. She
I'm going to jail. Well, I didn't tell you to do that. I
Right.
told you to read your crowd.
Right.
I told you about consent. I told you about being safe. Listen, sex is all fun and games. I don't care what nobody say. If you can't have fun sex with your partner,
Right?
something ain't right. You're supposed to be able to have the time of your life with your partner.
Let me speak to the fellas for 3 seconds.
Let me hear this.
If y'all wanna advance up Chantes tip, like real, it's a subtle little bump to the next level. Find that spot. You know what I'm talking about.
If you can't find it, I got some tips on that as well.
We'll get into that. Find that spot and you kind of aim the bullet towards the spot, like to kind of keep it in that general.
Put some pressure on it.
Cause some of you niggas listening.
Just gonna put it in right there and say, oh, I'm right there. Nah. I feel you, bro. I feel you, Brian.
Angle it,
Understood.
get it where you need it for.
Yeah.
If you do not know what your woman's G-spot is,
You don't need to be having sex. No.
No, find out.
you gotta find it because it's not in the same exact location on
As every woman, yeah,
But
exactly.
the good thing is, it feels about the same on every woman. So you need to
Yeah.
insert maybe 1 or 2 fingers into maybe an inch or so into the vagina and feel
And see
around.
where she.
It's about a size that big, about the size of maybe about a dime, maybe a nickel,
Yeah.
maybe a dime.
The dime, yeah.
The dime. It's
Yeah.
small.
It's
It's
small.
small and it feels like really fleshy.
Yep.
And it's soft to the touch.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know when you found it.
Another pro tip: they got more than one. Just
They do. We do.
Fellas.
Yes, we have more than one G spot. We have because first of all, let's be
it's
real.
like G and A and
Every woman is different, and when you touch certain parts on
That's
certain
on
women,
women,
it'll
yeah.
have a different reaction.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
again, read your crowd, know your audience,
Exactly. Learn your partner.
learn your partner,
And don't be afraid to Google some shit because
and watch them.
sometimes women
don't be doing
know
all
their
the shit
body
you
as
see on
well
porn.
as they should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them shit be on porn be acting. Them bitches should be screaming just because.
Okay, what I suggest when you
They
if
get
you-
paid.
Right?
If you're gonna watch porn as a point of reference, I would usually only watch it like for tips on how to give head.
Yeah.
I was
Because
saying know your audience with that too.
yeah, you still gotta know your audience, but really, some of the stuff they do, like going from penis to they put the penis in the vagina, and they take it out and put the penis in the butt, and then put it back in the vagina. First of all, that's a whole infection waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's a breeding ground for black bacteria, guys. Don't do no stupid shit.
I
Like
was
that.
going to say our buttholes are the most unsanitized shit ever on our body.
Facts.
Exactly.
And not only that, but there's certain germs in your anus that are meant to protect your anus, actually, but they're detrimental to your vagina.
Exactly.
So those germs should not be cross-contaminating.
Exactly.
And it's just not a good look. So, like I said, know your audience,
Know what you're doing.
know what you're doing, be careful.
Be safe.
Be safe. And all that good shit.
And have a good Valentine's
I
Day,
hope all y'all get y'all freak on
And
Valentine's Day, or if you can't do it on Valentine's Day, get it on the weekend.
Yeah, get on
And if
Friday
you don't
night,
get your
Saturday
freak on,
night.
just show some love.
Right?
Why not take a day to kind of just like show love with all the shit that's going on in the world? Why
And if
not
y'all
let us
get
just have a day to
pregnant
show love?
from Chantes Tips,
I can't.
she is going to give you a number that you would call to help out with baby stuff.
Yeah, it's called 211. I gave it to y'all the last
There it
episode.
is.
You got all the resources you need.
And if you
Be
need
careful
some
what
help
you
with
say, 'cause
sex
they waiting for me to
education,
have a baby.
Netflix
Why you
got a
over there
great
talking?
show called Sex Education. I don't know how much is, it helped because I ain't watch it yet, but
It don't.
Real
it,
Sex
it,
on
it,
HBO, the reruns because it's off of air now, but still.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on
Okay, you
Netflix.
see?
That used to be my show.
I'm talking to y'all shit, my bad.
I know you good.
What?
I ain't got no tips.
I'm good.
I ain't got no
Those are my tips for y'all. So ladies, remember, y'all hot water, y'all tea bags.
I'm just here.
And y'all honey. Fellas, if your lady don't have a bullet, get her one.
If you want to try that out, if you're not experienced head giver, don't try that shit either. Just
Have fun.
And
Just
fellas,
figure it
let me
out.
tell y'all something about giving head, because it's been on my heart. Let me tell y'all something real quick about giving head, fellas. Fellas, I'm talking to
stop
my
licking the
fellas.
lips and all this.
First of all, no. Stop doing this.
Oh yeah.
That is not how you eat vagina. I don't know what the fuck that is, but stop it. You look like you're scared, and it's a meal. Just eat it.
That's a-
Just eat it. Just
But
eat
no
it.
teeth, please.
Oh
no,
yeah.
No teeth. You're not
Oh my
chewing.
gosh. Don't bite.
Don't bite.
It's not comfortable.
But this shit right here definitely gotta go.
I can't fucking do it.
What it be like?
Talking about it's been on my heart.
It's been on my
What
heart.
the fuck? That's not doing nothing. Either you gonna eat it or you're not. I would
It's
prefer
like-
you not.
It's like,
If
put
you
your
gonna
tongue
play
away.
with it.
Put your tongue away. Let's go. Let's
But anywho, as always, we appreciate
Wait
you
a minute,
tuning in.
speaking of eating, what did you guys eat
Oh,
this episode?
boy, thank
Oh,
you
yes.
for tuning in. Like, share, comment. For the food that we had today, we had Zaxby's and
Crown fried
It
chicken.
was good.
Right,
Next
I
week
had
we'll
my
like
wings
some
and
chicken.
tings.
Maybe next week we'll have something
We're
other
gonna
than
have
chicken.
something other than chicken because
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys
I
are
feel
gonna
like we
hit
eat
us up.
chicken all the
And
time.
you're gonna learn to
Yeah.
watch your catering businesses and your small business restaurants and all that good shit.
We
and
might
y'all
have
gonna
some
hit us
rice
up.
and beans next week.
We looking to eat.
Yeah.
And while we eating, we gonna promote you. We gonna bring you
Right.
some customers. So
Which is a dangerous thing because I'm supposed to be watching my diet. But
I ain't watching shit.
I am a foodie.
I'm just gonna eat until the doctor says it's not healthy no more.
Kylie got me on a little plan. This shit is out of the plan, but I don't care. Whatever.
But love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
All that good stuff.
Yes.
Comment down
Follow,
below. We
whatever.
reply to all comments.
Until next time.
Right?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes,
Bye, guys.